It took me 12 hours to beat the tree sentinel. 12. Just let that sink in really quick. Before we even get into the reason we have to make this video, everybody that watched this stream when I played Elden Ring for the very first time knows I walked out the door, I started the game, didn't do the tutorial because I thought chat was trying to troll me, and the first thing I see is this guy, and instead of being a peaceful NPC like he should have been, he decided to kill me. So, with that little bit of context, now you understand why we're fighting him in the first place. I didn't get to start Elden Ring until 12 hours in, because of this guy. I cannot stand this guy, okay? I don't know how to play the game, barely knew how to use my weapon, nothing. But you know what? It's okay. We sat there, we figured it out, we learned the mechanics the best we could with really no knowledge, and we had to kill him. Because we cannot take the disrespect. We can't allow that. We cannot go into a new game allowing for bosses or whatever they are to just start stomping all over us. So, that's why we're here, okay? Now, I've never played a FromSoft Souls-like until now. I've played Nioh 2, I've played Code Vein, but Souls-likes aren't really games that I have a lot of experience with, okay? Like, both of the games that I did just mention are very good games, don't get me wrong. And I know I said that about Code Vein, even though it's an anime game. But, hear me out. Both games are good. FromSoft, however, this is like a new level of just mechanical understanding that I'm not used to, okay? Nioh 2 can get pretty hectic, but we all also know at the end game of Nioh 2, they decide that, oh, well, since the game is already as difficult as it can be, all we're going to do is shrink your health pool so that things can kill you easier, but it doesn't necessarily get harder. Now, I can honestly say, with the Tree Sentinel, I could feel myself getting better at points, I could feel my strategies getting worse at some points, and I could just tell there were certain moments where, yeah, this boss is doing something that's really BS that probably wasn't intended. Like, some of these axe arcs he can do make absolutely no sense. Sometimes it feels like he gets extra range, but you know, you can't always roll out of something. I'll be honest, the thing about this fight that I had the hardest time with is like the jumping Grand Slam. I don't know what that move is called. It's the worst move. Like, you have to catch like the perfect iframe. It's ridiculous. Don't get me wrong. In like the second phase where he does all this different shield stuff, yeah, I completely get it. Like, it's supposed to be harder, but like, he would one-shot me. He went from doing like half damage or some damage in some attacks to one-shotting me, and I could barely learn phase 2. So, talk about frustrating. Okay? Talk about frustrating. But what we ended up doing, okay, I started the game as a samurai, because of course I did. But what we ended up doing was I think we're on like this power stance where we hold the sword with 2 hands, right? And we didn't take any like small hits on him because it was just too risky. Like, you can hit him quickly and do like no damage and then go back to like rinse repeat like this is a Kingdom Hearts game. I wasn't here to do that, okay? I'm not trying to spend my entire life on this fight. Don't get me wrong, I was still here for 12 hours, so you can judge if you need to, but my goal was to finish him and finish him quickly. I was not trying to be here that long, I wasn't trying to stay for the entire party. I wanted to get it over with. And as much as I did learn his moves, there were just times where he would get free hits anyway. Now, I'll be honest with you. While I am a new player to Elden Ring, I don't think he's good. I know people are like, well, he's easy, blah, blah, blah. But then I also see online, after beating him, there's apparently like 100 challenges of, yeah, can you beat the Tree Sentinel with no stats as you start the game, or like level 1? So I don't really know what the like consensus is. Some of you say, oh, it's super easy, you just got to go get your horse or something. And then others say, oh, this is super hard, like it's not meant to be a walk in the park. Regardless of what it is, I don't think he's good, okay? He could be a good intro boss fight. I'm not going to even talk about the developer side of things, but as far as like a boss, a challenge, he isn't the problem. You can see his axe from a mile away. It's really just about if he gets lucky and catches you with an animation that was a little bit further than it should have been. The problem is the horse. Or more correct, the unicorn. Okay? That thing, that horrendous monster that he rides on, is why I kept dying. It'll kick you into his attacks. It'll just shove you when you're mid-combo. It is the worst part about this fight. And I don't know if you being on a horse means that he can't stop you, but that unicorn had to go. I was not going to be satisfied if I let this thing stay in my game. Couldn't be there. Couldn't be there. And I know everybody's like, well, you can cheese him. You know, you go up to the little chapel thing over there and then catch him in the act. Or, you know, you have all these different strategies everybody talks about. Listen, I had to fight him head on because I just didn't have that kind of time, okay? I do not have the kind of time to go out of my way and treat him like you Sephiroth and take all year. I just had to get in there. So, we were doing crouches, power slashes, taking off the armor. We needed extra speed. Anything we could do that may or may not have affected the game. Because again, I don't know how many of these things actually mattered. I felt a little faster when I took off my armor. But, you know, there were times where I'm like, well, did I die faster there or did he just one-shot me? I can't tell. And there were times where I thought I dodged, but I didn't dodge. Or like I got staggered. Or I would stagger him. But then like he'd walk it off really quickly. I don't know. There was a lot of jumping and deaths that caused by jumping. Very annoying. But it's okay. We did beat him. And that's why we're in this video. Alright? I finally beat him. And oh my gosh, was I so happy. Now, you're going to hear some audio with me. Well, okay. It's not really. I'm not on the audio. For some reason. I don't know what it is. For some reason. My recording for the final part where I actually beat this guy is like super jank. So it's going to be laggy. I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be laggy. But I'm going to make you watch it. Because you and everybody else on stream that were trolling me about not beating this guy on stream, I'm going to make all of you watch this now. Granted, I'm not going to make you watch the entire 12-hour footage. Unless, you know, you like jump on Patreon and you ask me for the rest of the footage for some ungodly reason, sure. But no, I'm gonna make you guys watch it. It's gonna be laggy. It's gonna have the friend screaming in the background and not me. That's okay. All you need to do is see the visual proof that I did the thing. Because we're not having any more stream memes about the tree sentinel. Okay, this guy is done. He's iced. He's out of my game. Finished. We're not doing this again. I'm sick of him. I'm sick of his theme. And apparently there's like 6 versions of him or something. I don't even want to worry about that right now, okay? We took him out. He was disrespectful. And now we can play the game. So if you guys really want that Let's Play of EldenRing that you keep asking for some ungodly reason, I might put it here. But the likelihood is I'm not going to put everything on YouTube. So that content, extra streams like that will probably be, well, maybe not extra streams, even videos like that'll probably be on Patreon or wherever I end up putting it, like Fansly, whatever we come up with, okay, whatever's easier for VTubers to work with. It'll go where it goes. But all you need to know is this is the proof, okay? It's done. We did it. Don't ask me about the tree sentinel anymore. Okay? He died. We're playing the game now. And just so I'm clear with you, this unicorn, I never want to see it again. period. And I think the game, well, I guess this is the developer's fault here. The game is even more disrespectful for the fact that, like, I can beat the game. Well, you know what? Forget what I said. Not even beat the game. I can beat the Tree Sentinel, which is basically my final boss at the end of the day. I can beat him, get his axe as a drop, and I can't even equip it. Are you serious right now? I can't even equip my quote-unquote reward for this fight. Absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous. But you know what? That's fine. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say for you today. If you enjoy the content, you know, like, subscribe, do whatever you need to do. Catch me on stream, say hello. But anyway, I got y'all next time. So, go ahead and watch the rest of this so you can see the end, right? The proper end. And now you know. The Tree Sentinel, no more.
Come on. You're still alive. It's free. Let's go! Fuck! Okay, I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to get too hype. Woo! Good fucking job! I'm impressed. Good job. I can't lie. I'm impressed.